Happy New Year, pals.
Happy New Year.
I have to get my throat.
My New Year's resolution is that you go to a throat doctor or something.
Oh shit, it's really good.
Woo! It never fails me. The woo. Cheers to the end of 2023.
Clinkies.
Clinkies. All right, this is the last episode of 2023.
Wild.
How did we get here?
I don't know. You did it, really. All the footwork.
Full team efforts. Full team efforts on the editing floor. We're pretending that it's New Year's Eve. It's not New Year's Eve. It's almost New Year's Eve. And we're going to play
just
games.
like totally baited us out there.
Yeah.
I was, what is it called when you're an actor?
I was
method acting there.
Yes. Well, we're going to play a lot of games because we're all games humans. But before we get...
Do people win?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Even better.
Yeah. I think the winners are our listeners. No, I'm kidding. They are. Okay, before we get into the games, Jessica, what was like the biggest win of 2023?
Okay, biggest win of 2023 was getting this. We're sitting in the lounge at Après-Ski right now, getting this place ready to go and off the ground in order for us to have our 10-year party was probably the biggest push of 2023 and probably the most satisfying. Yes?
Yeah, we're still
Recovering.
Yeah, we're still
recovering.
And it's still not even really ready to go, but at least it was presentable enough for everyone to enjoy it, which is really, really what I wanted.
Exactly. And more to come for that in 2024. My biggest win, I'll say it forever and I'll just continue saying it, but it's the podcast, obviously. We've been tagged in a bunch of Spotify Wrapped lately, and it's so cool that like we're like the top podcast, or like we're the top 5 podcast of people's, and like you guys, if you've been listening, I sound like a broken record, but this has been like 6 years.
She's like
in the
really,
making.
really proud.
And it's like, I'm so proud of this little podcast that could, and I'm really excited to see where it goes because there's so much that we're going to do with it, but we just haven't, we're just like launching 18 million things at once. So I'm very excited next year to like season 2 to get back in the thick of it. This is not the end of season 1. End of season 1 is going to come in February. And then we will take a little break, and then we will be back for season 2. But it's been so fun to see all the Spotify things. So please continue to tag us in
I
them.
saw that, and one of my friends sent it to me because she was like, I didn't know I was listening this much. And I was like,
and it like shows us like how many like countries or like where it's being streamed, and it's global. So the fact that globally people want to listen to us is just hilarious. So thanks, teams. We have 2 people joining us for our New Year's Eve celebration. We have Karley and Amanda from the marketing team.
Hi.
We are super excited to have them. They both work with Jess and I very, very closely on everything marketing. You've probably seen both of their faces on Instagram and TikTok. And I figured if we're going to have a New Year's Eve party, we have to have
the team.
We have to have the team behind the brand. First off, I put some things up on Instagram because I was like, I want to know what the people think. We're going to start with marry or divorce. So if you're new to the podcast or you forget what marry and divorce is, I say something and we either say that we're married to the idea of it or we're divorcing the idea of it.
For or against.
Got it.
So we're starting with what wedding trend in 2023 needs to leave. Like it needs to be left in 2023.
Ooh.
So we got some really funny
Amanda's
ones
eager
from
here.
Instagram.
Who's got a good one? Oh, are you gonna say some?
I have some.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my
I have some, and then I'll ask some questions. But
people are
we're
absolutely
gonna start
gruesome.
with the ones that like came in. So starting off hot, choreographed dances.
Yeah, no, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Divorcing
divorced.
that.
Goodbye. Yeah. Oh my God.
I feel like that should have been left in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
that
so
may be insulting to people,
I also
but
like it makes me like really uncomfy, like the flash mobs at weddings, like just all of that just makes me really.
It's icky.
It's not great, But what about like people that do like dance classes?
No.
I don't hate that if you're a really bad dancer and you need like to at least get some steps in, but you don't have to formalize. Like, now that I'm saying all this stuff, I'm going through every wedding I've ever been. I'm like, which person am I insulting more?
Oh my God.
So you're going to divorce the choreograph, but you're going to marry the
I think
dance
dance
classes?
I think dance classes are cute though. Like doing that, I find like that's a lovely bond. I wish I did that.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, Amanda, what are you doing? You're divorcing choreographed dances. How do we feel about dance lessons?
I'll marry the dance lessons. I'm okay with that. I think it's a nice effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
A for effort, Adele.
It's not choreographed. It's just like, let's get the practice in.
Yeah.
Okay, Karley?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Darren and I need to do dance lessons because, yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but I wouldn't have like a choreographed.
It doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to like reproduce. You have to reproduce the tango on your day.
Yeah. Okay, so as somebody that did do dance lessons
With your father.
I hated it. I hated it. My dad wanted to do them, and I'm like, I hate everything about this. I was like literally a toddler. I threw a fit and cried in the dance lessons.
Why?
Because I was so annoyed because it felt so not natural and I didn't want to do it, and I'm a stubborn Italian redhead, and I was like, no,
You should have said no in the beginning.
I did, and then he's like, oh,
but you met him there, didn't you?
It'll mean a lot to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I pouted the whole time. And
How long was it?
Probably an
Well,
hour.
we were supposed to go to multiple classes. I'm gonna tell you right now, we did one
One
class.
class.
He probably needed it. He was probably doing that for himself.
Pardon, Oscar does dance classes every week.
You're kidding.
No.
I love that.
Ballroom. I was like, and when I think the thing that intimidated me is like, I'm tone deaf. Like I can't catch a beat.
So this is an insecurity thing.
Yes, it's very much an insecurity thing. And him and the instructor showed me what they had choreographed and mapped out for us. And immediately I lost my mind. I was like, nope, we're not doing that.
Dancing with your dad
We're not doing this.
is a little bit different than doing dance classes with your husband.
Okay, no, you want to know the worst part?
Did
My
Steve
dad
went?
closes his eyes while he dances so that he can like hear the music better and the beats. So I'm like
I'm uncomfortable.
And he's got his eyes shut. And I'm like, open your eyes. And I'm like, if you shut your eyes on our wedding, I'm going to just leave. Like, I'm going to leave.
Now I'm
the
trying to
dance
think
floor.
back to your dance with your dad. Like, I think it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And so many people came up to me. They're like, wow, I didn't know you were a dancer. I'm like, game over. So I don't know. I'm going to divorce all the dancing just all together.
Put that right up there.
Yeah,
with the
we're
trauma.
just, yeah. Okay. All right. Marry or divorce, big weddings.
Oh, Mary. Yeah.
Wait,
fuck.
okay, wait. Sorry. Did we just screw this up? It's trends that we're leaving in 2023. So.
No, I think you just say if you're for it, then you keep it. If you're against it, then it stays in 2023.
We'll keep it easier. Yeah. So we're for.
No double negs here.
Yeah. We're for big weddings continuing.
I'm for a big wedding. Why the fuck not?
I'm divorcing it.
Ooh.
Oh,
spicy.
hot take.
Yeah.
Okay,
My
but
Italian
you're
parents
also
are not.
like from a big Italian family.
Yeah.
So what is not a big wedding for you? Like what's a small intimate wedding?
Perspective.
Like 100 people.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're in different leagues here.
Yeah.
I always used to think that I wanted a big wedding, but then after seeing all of the weddings that my friends have done and put on and been in, like
She's in
I'm not into
27
it.
Dresses, this gal.
Yeah, I
She's
am
been every
27
movie.
So Jess, what is your like big wedding? Like what's that number? Because I just asked Amanda.
150 is a big wedding.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, what did I have? 97. That was a lot of people.
No, you had a small wedding. 97 is not a lot of people.
Okay, but you guys are all Italian.
Yeah. Okay, Karley, what is your take?
I feel like 200 people is like a big wedding. That would be
Are you
my.
for it?
Yeah, 100%. Am I for spending the money on that? No, but
Yeah.
I love a
think
big
that
party.
150 people, like that's a lot of people.
See, I was thinking 200 plus is a big wedding.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I think the definition of like a small wedding to me is like 30 people. So what happens in the middle?
Like I'm having 120 and I think that's small.
You're having 120. Wow. Okay. Wedding favors.
Oh, that's divorced like 10 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. I love what you did.
The
Like
donation?
donation, that's like beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
And did you do that at the end? Because I thought I was going to do that too. And then I was like,
Wait,
We
did you
didn't-
like publicly say that you were going to make a donation, never made a donation?
No, I
Oh.
just never said I was gonna. I wanted to in my head. And then the wedding cost way too much.
Yeah. No, we did do a donation.
One of my good friends did like a photo booth. And just
Okay.
had everybody take photos, and it had like their name on the bottom and the wedding date, and that was like that was the take home. I loved that. I still
I
have
like
the
that.
photos like up in my room. They're so cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's a cute way. Like, but like, I think like gone are the days of like the salt and pepper shakers with like the
keys.
wedding day.
The key bottle opener. I got one of those.
Oh yeah.
Or the shot glasses.
You know what? I don't mind the shot glasses, to be honest. I still have
Come
a bunch.
on.
I'm like still like so blown away of how many people talk about the garter toss in an appointment still. I'm like, are we not done this in the 70s?
What?
Like, yeah, still. I don't do very many dress rivals anymore, but the last couple I've done, like mom is fighting with daughter about the fact that she's not going to do a garter toss. And every daughter is the same. She's like, Mom, I don't need our entire family to watch my husband go up my dress and pull out an undergarment.
You want to hear a funny garter toss story?
Absolutely.
Oh God.
You have no clue. This is good. It was actually when I was a kid. And I remember this like it was yesterday because I had a fun little take home after the garter situation. They did a magic trick and pulled a bunny rabbit out of her dress.
No, they didn't.
I'm not kidding. I
bunny
got
out
to
of
take
her
the bunny
hoo-ha.
home.
A live bunny?
Yes, it was white. It was so cute. Actually, they said, "Do you want?"
You had a
they-
bunny.
Oh, not for long. Oh, not for long. I had it. It was in our laundry room. It stunk so bad.
Live farm animals at a wedding. I'm going to
Pulled
divorce
out of
that
her
idea.
hoo-ha.
I'm gonna
Pardon?
divorce that
They
idea.
pulled it out and they're like, "Ah, this is so cute." And we're like, "What?" I
And you
I
won
loved
it?
I was a
Kids were
kid.
probably like, yeah!
No,
Did
I
they
didn't-
toss
It
it?
wasn't like a prize. I didn't win it. They just said to my dad later, they're like, "Hey, we got this rabbit. Like, do you want to take it?"
Yeah, what was the end game with this? If you were like, no, I'm good. Like, what were we doing?
Just kept the
with
rabbit
bunny?
in the back for the whole time. He was just like, I wonder what my life is going to be.
Well, I don't even know where it was the whole wedding. Like, where did it stay? Who knows? But it came home with me.
So far, I'm okay without the rabbits.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
This one came in. It was interesting, and I laughed out loud because I'm like, I never was on board with this. I think it's weird, and it's like, so marry or divorce the grown-up flower girls, aka some big man.
So not good.
I feel like it was novel and cute when the grandmas did it. Like, you know, that whole trend, like, make your grandmothers the flower girls. And it was like, oh, old people, which I'll leave for another podcast. But I think that was cute and novel and a lovely way to involve your elder family. I also think it was novel for the first couple times that you had, like, the flower man. And my friend Kristen has a brother-in-law who's hilarious, and he threw beer. Like, he had a cooler,
okay.
like a side saddle cooler, and gave beers out on the way, and people cracked and drank them, and that was hilarious because he could handle that. Like, his personality could handle it, and it was a nice, like, break in the, like, it was like a laugh break almost when everyone was, like, so nervous and, like, so anxious. But in general, I don't really get the flower girl thing anyway. It's like novel because the kids are there. Like, it's cute because you're like, oh, and they're like not really doing it right, and it's like, rah, rah, rah. It's like, it's that's the part of it.
Yeah.
Like, now it's like weird and overdone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
had
funny.
Its very
and now
funny
it's not.
fleeting moment, and I'm like,
It's over.
it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
It was
agreed.
original when those first 4 people did it, and then it got weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm also like, the whole point is like to build the anxiety of like walking anticipation.
I was like, anxiety?
Well, maybe it's
Are we
anxiety too,
anxious?
but like the anticipation of like the bride coming down. Like, I
Yeah.
don't need a comedic break here. Thank
No,
you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I loved
Says
that.
the girl whose dog was the flower girl.
Yeah, but that was amazing. That's
Thank
a whole
you.
different.
Okay, so we're divorcing all around. What is your wedding trend, like biggest like wedding trend ick?
Ooh.
Or like something that you're like, this needs to stop? Mine is children at weddings. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
for
But
it.
that's a really obvious one.
But it just needs to stop.
My sister-in-law literally put my niece to bed under the table
Yeah,
at the
night-night.
last wedding she was at with an iPad. She was like, goodbye.
I got one. The walking in to the reception, bridesmaid, I despise
The dancing in, you mean?
despise it.
Any-
Even
any
walking
announcement,
in,
yeah.
it gives me such an ick. Like,
I know.
I
Yeah.
hate being stared at, and especially
For no
like
good reason either.
with a man that you don't know. Like, you're walking in, linking arms, pretending like he's got the hand, the bouquet in the air. Woo! Like, Get me across
to like
this room.
Sandstorm. Yeah, to Sandstorm. Yeah.
No.
God.
I just
Not
like,
into it.
No.
And as someone who's been in a lot of weddings, I've had to do it a lot.
Lot of times.
And how many times have you done something different?
I always do the hand in the air. I'm not doing a dance. It's not happening. I don't know hardly anybody in this room.
Stop.
It's a vulnerable position to be in.
It is very
Weird.
vulnerable.
Can we also talk about that for a second, actually? The amount of weddings I've been in, not once have I been, like, even buzzed before going in. I feel like that used to be a big thing where the venue or someone would serve you alcohol and you kind of get a little buzz.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. It hasn't happened for me yet.
It's a personal mission of mine, Amanda, and we were drinking whiskey before we went, but right after
We were drinking whiskey after we got our makeup done.
Yeah,
Like,
And that would
straight
make it
from the
easier.
bottle.
Yeah, I feel like you
Maybe I
need
wouldn't be
to.
so icked out
Yeah,
if I was a little bit
because it is-
buzzed.
To loosen up.
Yeah.
It's very like like tchotchke. So you have to kind of be like, you're like when
it's
I
very
was
showboaty.
yeah,
You need
and
to
so you're
just,
like
Showboat.
very Akko Taco for sure.
yeah, not excellent. Okay, well those are all icks, and they are very much If anybody has any other icks, please DM us them because we
so
love
this.
to just like shoot the shit about icks all the time. Okay, so game number 2.
Oh.
So we asked like people if they like advice or questions or anything. So we have a couple like I sifted through, and I think there's like 5 or 6 in the bowl here. We're gonna shake them up, and then everybody's gonna take a turn like reading one of them. We've got some like TMB, am I the bee questions.
Okay, here's the situation. I was toying between my 2 friends being maid of honor. Instead of doing a double maid of honor, I asked just one. She was so excited at first and then slowly has been pulling off the pedal of helping me plan and the excitement of the wedding. She recently told me she is expecting she'll be 8 months pregnant by my wedding. Am I the bee for wanting to replace my pregnant maid of honor with someone else who's going to be able to dedicate more time to the job?
That's a hot take.
I have a beautiful answer to this. No, you're not the bee. If she should do it. I always say maid of honor is not a privilege, it's a job. If you pick someone to be your maid of honor and they physically and emotionally can't show up to the job, 1, they shouldn't accept, and 2, you shouldn't be disappointed if they can't show up like that. Maid of honor is a lot of pressure, and it's a lot of hats, it's a lot of organization, it's a lot of rallying the troops and chasing the cats and corralling people and letting you cry, and that's all your bridesmaid's job, but the maid of honor is like herding them together. So someone who can emotionally and physically with the time in their day to be there, and you don't have to fire her. You just have to be like, you know what? Like, it seems like you've got a lot going on. I would really love if you could just enjoy this wedding with me. Would you like to be bridesmaid? Take some pressure off. I'm going to ask so-and-so. I love you.
I would be emotional. Like, I'm a very emotional person, so I totally hear what you're saying, but I feel like I would be worried that I'm hurting that person, and I would be worried that they wouldn't want to be in my life anymore. Like, I worry like that, so
That's interesting because I'm going to out you here. You like stepped away from being a bridesmaid.
Yeah, I did. But I was ready to disconnect from that friendship. I felt like there wasn't anything left there.
But I think the demotion from maid of honor to bridesmaid is not a demotion. It's a job offer. Yeah. I feel like if it was you and you would have felt that way, I would feel like I'm letting you off the hook. And if you felt like you didn't want to be off the hook, I would open with that. Like, if I'm like, okay, Karley might be really, really emotional about the fact that I'm demoting her, quote unquote, but I'll give her the option. Like, listen, I can see you're really struggling and I need a little bit more support from my maid of honor. I want you to be so present and enjoy this process with me. Can we make you a bridesmaid? And I'm going to ask so-and-so so she can just be there all the time to just answer all the shit that you're just not enjoying this process as much as I want you to with me. And I want to enjoy everything with you.
Yeah. I think that's the like wedding planner in you though, that like sees it as a job. Because I don't think that the average person,
but it is a job.
It as a job. I know it's a job.
I can see it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody, if it were me and I was getting married, I would never do it. I just don't think that I could. But being the maid of honor, I would appreciate the courtesy, because that's something that I struggle with a little bit too about even bridesmaids. I wish there was like a conversation first about even being asked to be in weddings, because I think a couple of them I probably would have said no had I not gotten the box of all the gifts with my name on them. So I think just having that conversation and being like, listen, like you've said this and this and this. Is this something that you can still handle? If not, I'll ask somebody else. And at that point, you give them the option to say yes or no. But.
Yeah. It's funny. There's a question in there kind of about that. So we'll save you the rest of your thoughts about that.
Would you rather be in the bridal party or a guest at the wedding?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
This is the one for me. I think for select people, the bridal party, but for others, just a guest at the wedding. And
But for you.
yeah, I would say, depending on the person, a guest at the wedding.
So you'd say the majority of the time you'd rather be a guest at the wedding.
It's a lot. And I think, especially now, like the way...
It's a long day.
It's not even that, though.
Money.
I think it's the money.
I was going to say, it's not even the day.
Up.
Yeah, it's the lead up.
So many things, like the engagement party, then you have to give a gift, and then there's the bridal shower, and then
The bachelorette.
and the bachelorette's like, it's not like you're just going to the basement to have a party or renting a cottage. Like, you're getting on a plane to Vegas, or you're getting on a plane. And I love that. That's like my favorite part, honestly. Yeah, I'm just here for the bachelorette, and then I'll just tap out after. But then, like, the wedding day is the most expensive, aside from the bachelorette. It's like the gift, the makeup, the hair,
The dress, the shoes.
the gift.
Karley, would you rather be the bridesmaid in the wedding or just a guest attending?
I think the guest. I think I don't know, I would like to be with Darren, sitting with him at the table, enjoying it with him. Unless it's my best friend, I would like to watch from another table.
Okay.
I want to be in the wedding.
I want to be in the wedding too. Yeah, I'd rather be in the wedding party every time over being a guest. I love being a guest, of course. Like, I don't need to be in everybody's wedding. But I do love being in a wedding. Like, it's just like, I find it like such an honor. And financially, I do not like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
crippling.
But like
Absolutely
on the
crippling.
day, you're just like, this, like, I just love to make.
You're
I think
level
it's-
up. You're like, hey, I'm a better guest than you.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just like, I think it's like I love to like help things, and I can't like help myself from helping things. So I'm just like, if I'm in a role where I'm allowed to help
100%.
things, then it's perfect.
What? I do love being in a wedding, and I love the honor. But
No, it's a lot though.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
And it's more and more every time.
Every
you do it.
time.
Every time you do it, because you have to, it's one up on everybody else, especially if it's like the same friend group. And it's also becomes like an obligation thing that you're like, I can't miss this shower. I can't miss this engagement party, because like you're just like living in this world of like anxiety if the bride's gonna like drop you or not. And like,
Can I say something that we bleep out? Yeah. I faked COVID to not have to go to one of my friends' bridal showers.
You got to keep that in.
we'll change your voice.
But a shower, though, it's like whatever, man. Like, that's the whole thing. Brides have to have a certain like limit. Like, as the girl who went to Greece for her bachelorette. But that was the thing. I was like, okay, I want to take the girls to Greece for my bachelorette, so I'm not doing a shower. We didn't do an engagement party. I'm going to ask you to be there for my 3 things, which is my bachelorette and the rehearsal and the wedding. And yes, it was expensive, but then it's like the girls who are like, okay, now we're going to do a bridal shower for my family, and then we're going to do a bridal shower for my friends, and then we're going to do an engagement party, and then we're going to do this. And I was just like, you got to like pick your battles here, because your friends are absolutely financially dying from this.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's
crippled,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, being absolutely crippled. And I was like, that was also like, again, I wanted the Greece thing for me, but I also wanted it with the people that went. So
Yeah.
I'm crippled financially. Sorry, Karley.
Great.
From
Just,
weddings.
That's great.
I think that's a huge thing.
Just
the,
throw
like,
it out there
financially
now.
privileged.
Perfect.
You got
Yeah.
it.
I think that
But she's getting on a plane to Vegas, so don't worry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll be in Nashville.
Yeah. Okay, Karley, what do we got here? It's another question.
2 weddings, same day. This girl is a bridesmaid in one wedding and a guest in the other wedding. What? She's trying to do both. I think it's so rude to ditch the wedding. You are a bridesmaid and halfway through the day. She has started shit with both brides about this. Your thoughts, TMB.
what? You've
Yeah.
committed to 2?
Yeah, you just like
You don't go to the one that you're
No.
not a bridesmaid in.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Oh, I have
But
a personal experience.
what if it's
with
your
that.
family?
Yeah. Wait, Amanda has personal experience with that.
Of course.
One wedding that I was in last summer, the bride had us all over for like this lunch, and she gave us like the box with all the stuff, and she had all of her friends there, and the one girl came but had already previously told her like, if you're asking me to be in your wedding, like, I can't commit to that because I'm already attending a wedding. But she still came to the house for the lunch and like took the box of bridesmaid swag. But she like didn't come to the wedding at all, and she was just a guest at the other one.
That's really backward.
And came to the bachelorette.
But, sorry,
and, like,
what was the reasoning that she picked?
because it was another friend, another one of her close friends.
And because like her friend asked her first to come to the wedding? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
She wasn't a bridesmaid. She just said like she had the invitation already and she RSVP'd.
Sometimes it's first come, first served.
I guess, yeah, that is.
Also, it's also like, what if that girl really wanted, if you were the same level playing field friend wise, but she just wasn't having a bridal party?
She was. She just
Yeah.
wasn't in it.
But also, it's the taking the box of the bridesmaids.
Okay, but like,
gift
why
for
did
me.
she
Right?
get
Ew.
the
Taking
box if she told her she couldn't do it?
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, all of us are just gonna bail on that.
No, I think that, yeah, she can't go both. You can't go both. You got to make decisions there, and it's really.
That's really tough.
Do you think with like travel weddings, do you think that people secretly invite you just to do it, but hoping that you
I'm
won't
always
come?
gonna do it. I'm
Yeah.
always. If you invite me, I'm gonna
I'm
go.
coming.
But yeah, but I feel like it's not just travel weddings. I think that there's invites in normal weddings that you invite people to, and you're like, I know odds are you're probably not going to come, but I'm.
But if
sending
you
this
ever
invite.
invite me, I'm going to come to a wedding. If I'm a tertiary guest, I'm like, hey, I know we
Have
got
you
a
been to
medical
my
school.
wedding in Italy?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Oh my gosh.
You got a goodie over there?
Yes, I got a couple goodies here. Okay. Anyway, so my turn. So my question here, my mom is insistent on her boyfriend of 3 months sitting at the parents' table. I haven't even met him.
Good God.
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, fine, whatever.
What?
Where else are they gonna sit?
I want to be like, no, you don't get to sit there, but like, where are you going to put
Where are you
them?
put? It's weird. And then your mom's like looking at her boyfriend. From
But you're
across the
meeting
room.
them at the wedding?
Boyfriend of 3
Like-
months, I would be like, you know where you're sitting? Probably at home.
Yeah, you're not coming.
Yeah, at that point I would just it's either like you're coming or you're not.
Why do you
Night-night.
need your boyfriend there?
I guess at the parents' table, it doesn't really. I don't really care.
No.
Like if it's not parents' table's not front and center, then they're not in photos and shit. If I allowed him even to come, then I don't really care.
I just feel like it's something that's going to create more drama if you don't
Yeah.
let him sit there.
More
Like,
than
just
necessary.
let him sit there.
Yeah.
100%.
Stay home.
Yeah, night night.
All right, well, we're divided. Love
Yeah.
those
But it's
words.
also like your mom too, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, whatever's gonna make her happy, let it just happen.
No.
Yeah, I feel like there is, like, to Amanda's point,
No.
there is some type of, like, leeway that your mom gets. Like, if it was, like, your friend from high school that's like, oh, I'm just dating
I would
this guy,
care
can he
less.
come?
I would care less. About
You'd be
that.
like,
no.
no,
I'm
I
not
would
even
care
getting a
less.
plus.
really?
Unless he's like a degenerate, I would be like, fine. It's like that. There's gonna be photos with boyfriend.
No, he's not in the photos.
Says who? He's at the
Yeah.
parent table.
Well, he can be at the parent table photos, but he's
What?
not in the family.
Then are you gonna have
photos.
that? Are you gonna have that question? Well, she's like, well, why not?
Because your mom automatically gets a +1. If it was like your friend that has
No.
been dating somebody for 2 weeks or 2 months,
But
no,
that's-
like
but
you're not getting a
she's not gonna
+1.
I'm not worried about Joe Blow sitting next to her. I'm worried about the fact that he's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's like it's family photos.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have that conversation as he rocks up and stands beside your mom?
Absolutely. I'm
oh,
having
Benjamin,
that
you're not
conversation
in there.
before.
The photographer.
Yeah, and with the photographer.
I'm just saying, give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
I'd
just think
say
it's a
let him
parent.
sit.
Yeah.
Set fire to the rain. Well, this is the final episode of 2023. We will see you guys back in January. Thank you for listening. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Bye.
Bye.